Well, now that you don't have a day job, I guess you can fully pursue that dream of being a full-time Brad Pitt impersonator.
Actually, I had a really kind of a crazy experience this week with that. So I get a call from Brad Pitt's management team. There was a party he didn't want to go to because it was being held by Gwyneth Paltrow, his ex.
Sure.
So he thought it would be very awkward. So what better than to hire me to go in his place?
Right.
Anyway, I ended up going. It was out in the Hollywood Hills. I show up. I think people were suspicious because I was driving a fucking Pontiac Solstice, which is not, that great of a car. But anyway, so I go in. It's a big mansion. It was being held at Paul Giamatti's house. So I walk in and go into the living room. There's all these fucking people standing around in a circle, right? They're all wearing fucking like goat masks and shit like that. It's like an eyes wide shut type deal.
Got it.
Right? So I didn't know that. There's like a little kid in the middle of the floor and they're all jerking off on his fucking head, which right away I thought was weird. So anyway, I get in line, right? And somebody's like, hey, Brad, what are you doing here, right? So I had to fucking play it cool like I do this all the time. I couldn't act shocked by the scene in front of me. Gwyneth Paltrow comes over and she's like, Brad, and she gives me a big hug, which was real awkward because she was towering over me and I sensed that she kind of might have blew my cover because,
Sure.
I'm 5'6" and Brad Pitt's like 6'1". And she gets suspicious. And she's like, hey, you want one of my vagina candles up your ass? And I had to play it cool, bro. So I was like, of course, I always love that. Because I guess apparently that's what Brad Pitt likes.
Sure, I think I've read that somewhere.
So she comes over and she shoves the vagina candle up my ass, right? And I'm crawling around on all fours in the middle of the living room. She lights the frickin' thing. And I guess the aroma of the scented candle of her vagina fucking puts all these famous people into a goddamn sexual frenzy, right? So they're all frothing at the mouth looking at my hiney as I'm crawling around on the fucking ground.
Sure.
I'm trying to get away from them all. They had squirted oil on me and they were kind of trying to all grab me. It was like a little game. You're not going to believe what happens.
What happens?
Paul Giamatti, the host of the party, comes out of a back bedroom. He instantly looks at me. He's suspicious, okay? He knows I'm not Brad Pitt.
How does he know?
I don't know. Probably something to do with the size of my dick. Brad Pitt has a normal sized dick. Mine's an innie. So he comes over to me and goes, hey, what's up, Brad? And I got all nervous and couldn't talk. And then he just fucking grabs a mound of his belly hair and rips it off of his stomach and throws it directly into my face. Immediately, I can't see anything, right? Dude, this shit fucking stung. So I'm fucking running around the fucking living room. I start grabbing around for kids and shit like that. And I grab onto one of them. I fucking throw him into the fucking one of the bedrooms and kissed him for a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm in a fucking hot tub, right? And fucking James Woods is in the hot tub. He wants to play Periscope. I'm not into that, man, because, for one thing, I couldn't put my mouth all around his Periscope. Wouldn't fit. He's got a really giant dick. I don't know if you've ever heard that. He fucking starts holding me underwater to see how long I can hold my breath. And I can't hold it for very long. So, obviously, I go into full panic mode. As I'm fumbling around this party, I end up falling out of a second-story window into a dumpster that's outside, which all the trash in it breaks my fall. I hear this gravelly voice. Hey, what are you doing in here? Dude, it's fucking Nick Nolte. I guess he's in there getting the scraps from the party and shit like that. He's really not doing well lately. Him and I start to tussle, right? And I grab onto his old flimsy hair. I'm grabbing onto it side to side. And he says this, dude, these words haunt me still today. I mean, it was only a couple days ago, so it's not that long. But he says to me, I'm going to sodomize you till the cows come home. Dude, you have no idea how much I panicked, right? Because I have no idea when these cows are supposed to come home. For one, it could be a year, for all I know. Anyway, I guess he was just talking about his wife because she showed up an hour later and he stopped. After he sodomizes me, I get a fucking Uber ride back home, right? I don't know why I took an Uber from California to Massachusetts. It was expensive. It was like $9,000. My phone's blowing up. You're not going to believe who it is.
Who is it?
It's goddamn Brad Pitt. He's like, what the hell did you do? You ruined my reputation. And I'm like, whoa, Brad, take it easy, pal. Okay? You're not that good, for one. Right? And he goes, you're gay. And I really couldn't fight him at that point. And gay.
I think you're making this entire story up. Here was your fatal mistake. Early in the tale, you said the smell of Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candle sent everyone into a sexual frenzy.
It did.
That is impossible, because I can guarantee you that the smell of Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina has never sent anybody into anything even remotely resembling a sexual frenzy. How do you explain that?
Very simple. Not Brad Pitt, you stupid fuck. The next thing that happens is I'm on a fucking train. I'm all knocked out with some kind of weird drug. I'm with Farrah Fawcett. Now, Farrah Fawcett's been dead for 7 years. Which that was weird. So the next thing,